Welcome back to Open Line tonight. We're doing something a little different here. It's called Beyond the News, and I have roped in Rhori Johnston for this very first episode. We're going to do it once a month. I just want you to meet the News Channel 5 family away from the news set, being out on the scene live.
Turn the tables one episode and ask you the questions too?
We're just having a dialogue.
Okay.
Let's just do it like that.
All right.
But you know what? People have been very reluctant because we're not part of the story. I mean, that's drilled into you as a student. You're not part of the story.
But now with social media, we've talked a lot about this, and I agree. We want to stay as objective as possible always and try to be as fair as possible. At the same time, social media has afforded a really unique opportunity. And I know there are some people in our profession who are lead extremely private lives, and I respect that.
Which is okay.
I do. I'm a pretty open book. I mean, that's just my personality.
Yes.
I am an open book, and I share things, probably things that I shouldn't share, but I just feel like, why not? I just want to show people, look, I'm just like you mentioned at the top of this
we live here, we're part of this community, we've had trials and celebrations.
Social media is great, and I feel like I get this from viewers who say, you know, I love seeing like pictures of you and your kids, or just, you know, things you do at home that just, wow, you're a real normal person. It's like, yes, I go to Walmart and Kroger, in flip-flops and shorts and a baseball cap on the weekends, you know, and I get my milk and bread, and you know, this just like everybody else.
How would you describe yourself away from the newsman that everybody knows? How do you really describe yourself?
Pretty laid back.
Yeah.
Laid back. Gosh, that's tough to describe. I mean, I've got a lot of friends. My kids are teenagers, so they're busy. I mean, you know, life is clicking right along. There's always something to do, always something, you know, to get done. But I'm a big live music fan, so people see me out all the time at certain venues around town when I can get out to listen to my favorite bands.
And you like a lot of different genres. You're not just stuck on one genre.
No,
I would describe you as the socialite of the newsroom.
Really?
Without a doubt.
There are so many in the newsroom, though. We've got so many type A people.
No, you are just like way above and beyond. And I tell people you're like a little Italian grandmother. You're always, you are, because you're always bringing in sweets. You're like, eat this, try this.
Yeah,
here's a dozen more donuts for the entire newsroom.
That's from the big family that I'm from, though, maybe, you know?
Maybe.
There's always food out. There's always, like, you know, share, try.
I think that is how you show love, how you show friendship, is giving things, mostly food.
So I don't feel guilty too, you know. I mean, I'm not going to go and get one donut. It's like, well, I'll feel guilty if I eat this. I want to share this, and so we can all feel guilty together. So let's get a big box of donuts and just
Rhori and Company. Let's jump back to the lines. We have Karen and Carmen on the line. You're invited to call in as well. This is still Open Line. Ask Rhori any questions you would like. That's what tonight is all about. 615-737+. Let's go to Karen first. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Rhori, I'm Karen. I live in Jackson, Tennessee. I'm also a transplant. I'm not from Tennessee. I moved to Jackson to take a job at a hospital here.
Okay.
So I just wanted to let you know I don't have any family here. News Channel 5 is my family.
Aww.
I am so impressed with News Channel 5, with everybody on there, and I'm so glad that you decided to take a job here. I've really enjoyed watching you. The news is excellent. I not only get the news, but I also learn a lot of things, and I just think you all do a great job. Keep the work up, and I'm really excited to think that there's going to be other people on this Open Line. I think that is great.
Yay.
I can't wait to see and do other interviews with other people, the staff there.
Get to know us a little better.
Yes, but I just wanted to just call, let you know News Channel 5 is my family. I go to work early, and I watch 7 minutes of the 4 a.m. news.
Oh, goodness, that is early.
During the week. And then, of course, I watch the news. I'm a CBS addict in the national news, and then I just eventually started watching the News Channel 5 at 5 p.m.
Yep.
And then I backed it up. I start watching you at 4 p.m., and I always love all the coverage, and like I said, I learn a lot of different things, and thank you so much for making the move here.
Karen, where are you from originally?
I'm actually from Paducah, Kentucky, but
so
I grew up in Indiana.
Where in Indiana?
I actually grew up in Vincennes, Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
Vincennes, yeah. Over by Illinois.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Halfway
You know it, and I
between
know it.
Terre Haute and Evansville. And so I just want to let you know News Channel 5 is my family here in Tennessee, and I think you all do a great job, and I'm really excited to see you doing the open line.
Oh, Karen, thank you for calling in. I'm glad that you're enjoying this. That was my hope, that people would just kind of get a peek into everybody's lives and, just have
and I
an
will
hour to
say,
enjoy.
we do try hard. We work very hard every day, not just to everybody. This is a really good team, and I know we run a lot of promos saying great things about ourselves. That's what we have to do. We have to sell ourselves a bit, but we have some really loyal viewers, and we try to keep holding ourselves to a really high standard. And there's some great people here, great people at this station. So
and real diversity, which I like. I mean, just from background. I mean, it's just amazing. It's a great family.
It starts at the top.
Yep.
And there's just always been, from ownership to leadership, there's just a culture here of demanding excellence, doing our best, but we're all family, and it's really nice.
It is really nice. Okay, let's go to Carmen's on the line. Hi, Carmen.
Hi.
Hi, Carmen.
I grew up in Nashville, so I was in the Memphis market for about 20 years. Y'all are way above what Memphis could ever hope to be. But the burning question for Rhori, since I'm in your favorite Facebook group, is do you like pedicures and toes?
We knew we were
I knew this was coming. I knew this was
You knew
coming.
it was coming.
You saw that picture I posted of me getting a pedicure.
Well, I know. That was a great photo. We want more.
Your once-a-year pedicure.
My once a year. Yeah, guys, I admit I go and enjoy it. But I will say, Carmen, it's awful for me because I'm very ticklish. My feet, it's like I wanted to kick the woman a couple of times. I don't know how you women do it. But
we did the same
I got a pedicure, and so now all the other viewers, what is he talking about? But guys, get once a year, go get yourself cleaned up. Yeah,
yes.
for summer, flip-flop season.
This is a must. This is a must. Okay, we're just going to keep on. We're going to plow ahead. Okay, I believe
Thank you, Carmen.
Lesty we have on the line. Is it Lesty?
Rusty?
Hi there. Thank you. Oh, thank you for calling in. Go ahead.
Yes, well, one thing I was wondering is, how long has Rhori been here in Nashville?
This fall will be 13 years.
Uh-huh. And then the other thing I was wondering, is there a particular story that you have done that really sticks out in your mind?
It would be the 2010 floods. Yeah.
Of that?
Yeah, that I mean, I was at home watching the rain come down that weekend, and you just have a feeling when it's raining so hard for so long.
Yeah, like this isn't right.
Yeah.
Right. After it was like 2 or 3 hours, and I looked out the window and I'm like, it's still coming down and it's not stopping, and it's going and going. And finally, I checked my phone, and I got myself into work, and I mean, after that, it just all heck broke loose. It was
right here in the station. I mean, we were flooded.
Well, yeah, I came in on a Saturday evening. We already had staffing on air. Scott Arnold was the weekend anchor, and he was on doing a great job, and I just helped answer the phones. I mean, I was just put me to work because it was so busy. I went home that night and then got a call early Sunday morning saying the station flooded, the newsroom, where I'd just been.
Yeah.
And it happened overnight. And so I just rushed in with boots, and coming in Sunday morning was really tough to get here because the roads were all flooded. And I mean, I had to zigzag from Williamson County to the station downtown. Finally figured out a way in. Was stopping and taking video along the way. Right. Because there were so many spots of flooding and trees down. And then we went on the air. Jennifer Krause was here, and you all who've been here and have gone through it know the rest. So that would be the big story. And should I just mention, I think a lot of you viewers know, one of the reasons I came to Nashville from Indianapolis, which was Las Vegas to Indianapolis to here, was because I was working weekends in Indianapolis, a really good station, and Indy's a great city. Both my kids were born there, but they were real young, and I was looking for a Monday through Friday kind of a main job. I was looking in Charlotte, and then here, Nashville. All of my cousins were born and raised here, so I've been visiting Nashville since I was a little kid. So it kind of made sense that I had built-in family here, and I mean, I remember when Brentwood was way the edge of town, you know. There was no Cool Springs, there was no, back in the 70s.
So you were brought here to basically take the role that Chris Clark had for decades.
And that was
That's a tall order.
Yeah, and I remember talking to my agent about it, saying, wait,
do I really want to do this?
He's on his last contract, he's retiring, but they have a plan, because I said, well, this isn't going to work.
Right.
You know, the viewers are going to say, who are you?
They loved him.
Yeah, he's a legend. But they had a 2 to 3 year plan where it was going to be a slow transition to where by the time Chris retired, people would be comfortable with me and familiar with me and the team, built up the team. You know, we had Ron and Hope, and, you know, Vicky's been here for so long. So it worked, thank goodness. It worked out. It was a well-planned transition, as it should be.
But that first night that you went on the air in that role, was it nerve-wracking for you, or had you been around so long that it was like, okay?
It wasn't as nerve-wracking as I thought. But I took a few deep breaths beforehand, like, okay, here we go. It's Monday. On Friday, Chris retired, and we had a big, we had a month-long celebration of his career. And
did he give you any parting words of advice?
Yeah, I mean, he was just and still is. He's just a great, super nice, supportive guy, And he basically just would say, "You're going to do fine. You're fine. You're in good hands here." So I was like, okay.
Okay, fine. I'll just try to take that torch and go. We got lots of calls now. Let's jump to Phil. Hi, Phil.
Hey, thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Roy, I want to ask you 2 questions here.
Okay.
Number one is, you were talking about Chris Clark a while ago. Do you still talk to Chris and him?
Yeah, I haven't seen him lately. I forget the last time I saw him. Every now and then we'll run into each other at certain events. But I know he still has, I know Vicky and
Ron, they all have like a monthly lunch.
They have a monthly lunch that they meet up with, so I hear through that. He's still teaching at MTSU, and so a lot of our associate producers that we hire right out of college, they say, oh, Mr. Clark was my teacher.
What kind of hobbies do you have when you're away from work? Do you like golf, stuff like that? Just
I live now on a golf course, and you'd think that I would golf more, and that is one of my goals, is to be a better golfer. I've got to take some lessons, and I've got to get serious about it, because I'm a terrible golfer, but I love it. I love the challenge of the game, and
you know
when
you hit
that,
of it, probably.
when you hit one good shot when you're playing, and it's like, oh wow, I can do this. I just hit a beautiful shot, but I just don't play enough right now with my schedule. But I do like golf. I need to pick up tennis again, which I haven't played in years. And Steve Lehman and a bunch of people here play tennis. So those things, I like to go listen to some good live music, and I like to cook when I have time.
I can cook. You can cook.
Yeah, cook.
And enjoy it.
Learning about wine is a new kind of thing for me, but that can be expensive. So, but yeah.
Is there anything on the horizon that you, besides golf and tennis, that you're like, I want to try that?
Traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need time and money.
The thing. When you're a parent, my kids are now teenagers, but I can see down the line, once they're out of college, it's like, I want to get out there and start visiting places that have been on my list. So
where's number one? You could say, here's the money, just go.
I want to go back to Europe.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Got a lot of places in Europe I want to see.
Let's jump back to the lines. We have Billy on the line. Hi, Billy. Oh, did we lose you, Billy? We may have lost Billy. Let's go to...
I'm here.
Oh, hi.
Right. Hey,
good.
Billy.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was wondering if you could talk about the time Todd Snyder kind of tricked you guys into saying it was snowing in East Nashville.
The time who did?
Todd Snyder, they called in and said that it was snowing in East Nashville.
I don't remember that.
How long ago was that?
That was a couple years ago. He tells the story at his music shows.
Todd does? Was it Todd?
Snyder.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't recall. Maybe, I don't know if I was here at that time, but it happens sometimes. But me, I'm not a prankster. I don't like pranks at all.
Now that is a lie. This guy, not only is he the socialite of the newsroom, he's the biggest prankster in this whole building. And you have been better about it the last year and a half.
I've tried.
But it is like this itch that he just can't scratch when he's not pranking
this is
people.
the big family thing. We really are very friendly with each other. Thank goodness. It's a fun environment.
Yes.
We all get along very well. And just to break the tension now and then, like Ellen does on her show. I watch Ellen.
And
she has fun with her guests, and I'm like, well, we need to do more of that in the newsroom. Some people don't appreciate it as much as others, so I have tried to tone it down. Like Vicky hates spiders. Spiders are her phobia. Now I bought some fake plastic spiders a few years ago, and just would like to place them on her phone,
on the chair, under some papers on her desk.
She won't even touch a fake toy, even though it's obviously not real. She still won't have anything to do with it. So
she's gotten you back because you don't like snakes.
And she's put fake snakes in.
But you also are a big fan of jumping out behind doors and walls.
I have not done that in quite a while. I'm really trying to restrain myself.
One time you even set up a camera and got me and Bree coming into the studio.
And then Bree and Carrie got me with water balloons outside.
We tried.
So you see the maturity level here.
But the thing is, listen, this can be a stressful job. I mean, it's not brain surgery, but it can be very stressful. It can be very hard on your heart, just some of the stories that we tell. And so it is a way to relieve some of that stress. And it's good if we're going to be hanging out as much as we do coming to work. We might as well have fun.
It's work family.
Right.
I mean, we do spend a lot of time here.
All right, I'm going to go to Pete. Hi, Pete. Are you with me?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, I want to know, Joy knows where Bahama is. He seems, and also I want to know how long it took him to lose his New England accent. Especially with a boy in the Navy from Bahama.
Bahama, right.
He reminded me over and over again it wasn't Bar Harbor, it was Bahama.
Bahama. They don't pronounce their R's up there. That's right.
So I'm a Yankee too. I'm from North Carolina, so I just want to let you know that.
That's a Yankee, North Carolina, right. What was the first part of his question?
Your program.
Well, just how long did it take to lose the accent? Did you get the accent? Because you came from Houston. You've traveled a lot.
Houston, was born and raised in Houston, and then 11 or 12 years old, we moved to New Jersey. So, a completely different culture shock. So I guess I'm a mix of the two. When I go back to New Jersey, I hear my old friends speaking, and I'm thinking, have you spoken like this
all your life?
You have a really thick New Jersey accent. And the same when I go to Texas, I still have a brother and a sister who live down there, and it slips out. The Texas accent slips out. So I think I'm kind of right down the middle.
Walking
Not much
the line.
of an accent. Yeah.
All right. We have to take another quick break. We have more phone calls to get to, so stay where you are.